Well, hey kids, how's everybody today? You know, the best laid plans of mice and men often go astray, and apparently every time I try to live stream, well, for some reason something pops up and just knocks the whole thing a kilter. So I was working on trying to set up with my laptop because I wanted to show you some stuff that I had recorded on there, but what are you doing, dog? Well, get it. What was it? It's a spider. Dog's all excited about a spider on the boat. Anyhow, hey Palm Lemon, how you doing? So I had it all set up, so I was gonna do, I thought, a fairly reasonable live stream. And just like 2 minutes beforehand, all of a sudden my computer freaked out. It changed the format, it relayed out everything. I couldn't get anything to work. I don't know. I had to shut it down. I'll have to restart it and try again later. So, hey Mary, how are you? Apologize for the noise in the background. But I have, well, actually, I can shut that off now. Hold on a minute. Let me disconnect everything because we are fully powered. Hold on a minute. I'm going to swing the table out of my way. I love this table. The table swings one way and then the other, so I can have it right up in front of me like I needed it for a desk, and I can swing it right away. So here's my little generator. Oh, we'll just shut that down, get rid of all that noise for a bit, huh? That'd be awesome. Pardon me while I sit back down and get organized. There I am. Yeah, so busy day today. Busy day. Got a lot done today. A lot more than I had anticipated. Not as much as I would have liked, but you know how that goes. So let me start at the beginning, I guess, and work my way through. I got up early this morning and ran. Oh, I missed some comments there. Hello, Palm Lemon. Hello, Mary. Hello, Kim. Hello, Mark. How is everybody? Okay. Hey, Steve's Vids. What's up? So this morning I got up real early, 5:30, and took Miss Lily for a walk down to the boat ramp down the road here, where there is an unsecured porta potty, because that was the only bathroom facilities available at that hour. So it was a good little walk down there. Got the blood pumping first thing this morning. Miss Lily really loved it going down there. She's bouncing all over the place, running around like she does. Anyhow, we got back here and, hey, Smoking, what's up, dude? Hey, Carl, I just bought a van. Nice, Michael. Very good. Very good. You should have bought my Excursion. Oh, well. Anyhow, I got back here and we kind of organized some things. I did that little brief video this morning, kind of. Oh, no, that was afterwards. Never mind. Then afterwards, I walked to West Marine. Now, that was a walk. It wasn't that it was so far. It wasn't that far. But it was, on the way back, I was loaded down with a bunch of stuff. So it was a heavy walk coming back. Who did I miss there? Bash Finder, how you doing, ma'am? Yeah, so coming back, and I bought the halyards and the netting for Miss Lily. This is the netting. Unfortunately, the netting didn't come with the line to tie the netting on. So apparently I now have to walk back to West Marine. So I thought it looked like on the label that it was all inclusive. The idiot there at the store seemed to sound like it was all inclusive, but you know how that is, it was not. So I can't put her lifelines up just yet. That squeaky ball is Miss Lily playing with a squeaky ball. Give that to me. She's playing with this. Now sit. Lay down. Let's not make noise while I'm live streaming, okay? Anywho, might need to invest in some carry bag on wheels. Yeah, well, right now we don't have funds for investing in anything at the moment. In fact, I think I'm going to have to put my ladder. I was going to buy a boarding ladder to mount on the back of the boat. I think I'm going to have to put that on the back burner for a little while. I've been burning through some cash, and it looks like to get the rigging on the mast put together, I'm going to have to invest some more money into that than I thought. Sort of an interesting situation. The way they rig this thing, you have the halyards, which are made out of yacht braid, they call it. It's a type of rope, yacht braid. But in one particular case, in raising the head sail, the yacht braid is then braided to some wire rope. And so I've never seen that before. I've never done that before. But you have to do a splice where you're connecting the wire rope to the line and doing it in such a diameter that it can feed through the pulleys. So you're spending more money than planned on refitting a boat. Shock. Yeah, no big surprise there. No big surprise there at all. But when we first looked at the halyards, it looked like it was okay. But after a little closer examination. But now all of that may change tomorrow. Hey, Alexander O, how you doing, ma'am? All of that may change tomorrow because one of the other sailors here in the yard came over to me while I was in the process of threading through the one halyard that I got for the mainsail. And he was looking at that and he said, I just took all this off of another boat that I just bought, and he says, I think I have it at home. Let me get it at home tomorrow and bring it over to you. Well, this guy's got a really pristine little boat. I mean, his boat is just fit polish. And so, stop. I'm going to take that away from you if you're going to squeak it while I'm live streaming. Look how silly this looks. Oh, no, now you put it down. Get down. Down. As soon as I put the camera on her, she spits it out and tries to jump on me. Can you hear it? Sit. Lily, go lay down. Go lay down. Sit. Sit. Down. Down. There you go. Sometimes she's like a child. Anyhow, he's got some rigging that might work, and so he wanted to bring it over. But I had a crowd around me today. Had a bunch of guys. Creaky toy not bothering you? Okay. I had a bunch of guys that were over there looking at the rigging while I was doing it, and a lot of them were sort of, scratching their heads. A lot of them were like, what in the hell did they do to this thing? Well, apparently over the years, people have screwed around with the rigging, and they really have set it up more for a racing rig than just a recreational sailing, cruising type rig. So it's got a few bells and whistles that are, I think, a bit more than what's necessary. And so the squeak is fine. Okay, good to know, guys. So I don't know. I got on YouTube today, and I watched a video about how to learn to splice the yacht braid to stainless wire. It's not hard. You just got to take time to do it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy some yacht braid, and maybe when I get over to Buffalo, if I can afford it by then, go over and pick up some yacht braid there. And hey, Mama's 3. And then we'll go ahead and I'll work on splicing that and get it together. I think it'll survive between now and then. Hey, Austin, how you doing? But anyhow, I got a list of things I wanted to talk about. Now, I'm not on my, got to get on my list here. So, all right, let's see. Went for a long walk this morning. Yep, then we walked West Marine. Oh, I went to the tackle shop. Bought the coolest little minnow bucket there at the tackle shop. I mean, it was real old school, the kind of thing that we used to have when I was a kid. They had the modern day plastic, flambeau versions of them. But I look at the flambeau, I'm like, this is plastic. I'm out sailing. It's going to be in the sun all day long. The UV light's going to break it down. It's not going to last me 2 years. The other one, however, was galvanized tin. And it just, it just struck me as being right. I mean, it's that, hey, Johnny Hag, how's it going, man? Peaceful Dawn, what up? Kelly says hi. Well, can you tell Kelly I said hey? Anyhow, I found this really old school minnow bucket, and so I had to have it. I just had to have it. It reminded me, it's the exact same minnow bucket that I remember my dad having when I was a kid. And so I just thought that was just cool as hell, so I had to buy the tin one. It was just a couple bucks more than the plastic one, but I think it'll last a whole lot better. So, and I got some minnows, and I got some night crawlers, and I got some wax worms. So I'm going to be well baited tonight. And I don't like spending the money buying all that stuff, but considering my diet's going to have to become more predominantly fish to save money, I thought it was a worthwhile investment in getting that stuff organized. I also bought a little minnow trap, so I can get that stuff organized so now I can focus on going out and starting to catch fish. Yeah, that's right. Yep, nostalgia. Absolutely. So, all right, let's see. We installed the one halyard. We had to put the brakes on the other because I have to learn how to splice rope the cable. I think I'm going to do that while I'm floating the Erie Canal. I'll work on that. I've got to get a different FID. For those of you that don't know, FID is like this little plastic thing like this, but it's kind of hollow in the middle. And you work it through the rigging, and then you can slide line through it, and that's what I need. But I need one for working stainless steel wire, so it's a pretty heavy duty FID for that. And I also need some rigging tape, some of that real fine light rigging tape. So I'll have to pick those up. I did get the gen set up and running. In fact, you heard me just shut it down. Got the gen going, and oh yeah, and I couldn't even read my own handwriting here. I charged up all my devices. I charged up my cell phone. I charged up my laptop. I charged up my iPad and all that. So I got everything going here good. Was on the phone with AT&T today. Changed my plan with them. I fished for a while. I didn't catch it. I didn't fish very long. I didn't catch anything. I drowned a minnow out there. And then I got hooked up on a halyard on the dock next to me, and I had to break off. So I got to re-rig that rod. Oh, cool stuff. I will tell them, Chip. There you go. Cool stuff. The marina here finally opened up the bathrooms and the showers. So that's going to make life here around the marina a whole lot nicer. Now, this morning I took a little sponge bath here in the cockpit or in the salon, but now I got a full-blown shower just, I don't know, 100 feet over here from me. So tomorrow morning it's going to be hot shower time. I'm going to have to watch the replay later, Grandpa. I'm helping Brittany study for fun. Hey, you go for it, man. That's priorities, dude. No problem. Oh, what else? So the showers are open, so that's going to be awesome. Let's see. Oh, yeah, one of my subscribers. Thanks, Kim. I watched a bit of the locks you will be going through. Sure looks like a two-man job. Yeah, Stuart, I responded to your comment on that earlier. It certainly is easier with two people, absolutely without a doubt. But it is possible to do by yourself. You just got to, learn how to hold the boat and keep the bow pointed in the right direction, that kind of stuff. Have enough bumpers against the wall so as the water moves you around. So he said hi. There you go. Anyhow, one of my subscribers has sent me you remember I was talking the other day about getting an adapter so that I could use my generator to power the dock, my shore power connection. I've got a 30 amp shore power connection, and the refrigeration on the boat runs on shore power only. It's only 110. And now I have the generator, but I had no way of connecting the generator to the shore power. And one of my subscribers, Dave, thank you very much, is apparently sent me the adapter for that. So that's awesome. I'll be able to get the refrigeration going, and I can help move more stuff out of my way. So Lily, on the other hand, she's doing great. Oh, man, she is shedding something fierce right now because it's so hot here right now. It was probably 75, almost 80 degrees here today. It got warm. And anyhow, she is shedding like crazy. And so every time the breeze blows through, I get all these hairs all up over everything. Having a hell of a time keeping the screens on my devices hair-free. So I've been going through a lot of cloths trying to wipe everything. Hey, Tanner, how you doing, man? Yes, it is great to finally be on a boat. And then, of course, with the work they're doing over here on the other side of the canal, they're digging over there. Surprisingly, they're kicking up a lot of dust. They really are. I was surprised. And the wind's been blowing from them to me. So I get all these little particulate things floating in here today. Something I hadn't counted on, but I have dust. Fortunately, I bought a little vacuum cleaner. So I've got that all taken care of. I bought a DeWalt. The DeWalt Tools Company makes a little 1 gallon wet dry vac that is battery operated. Just absolutely the perfect vacuum for on the boat. Absolutely perfect. So working out very, very well. And what else is new and exciting? That's pretty much it. just spent all day today fiddle farting around with the halyards. I had to sort of laugh at myself. I never considered myself much of a rigger, and I had to tie the new halyard to the old halyard so I could pull it up through the pulleys and stuff. And to do that, what you do is you take some thread and you whip both ends so they're nice and tight, and then you kind of sew the two ends together so they butt together like that. And the idea is to keep the diameter the same one to the other so you can pull them through. Well, my first attempt was just a disaster. My first attempt, I had a big old pregnant spot in the rope, so that didn't work very good. Yes, please, give an old boy's thumbs up. But my second attempt, I got it right. What I did is I got some much thinner cord. I separated the two bigger lines, and I sewed the big line, the old halyard to the thin cord, kind of like a parachute cord. And then I only had about, 6 inches or so of parachute cord. And then I threaded that to the new line and sewed that all together. And then wrapped it all with some tape. And then that fed through really nicely. That fed through real smooth and easy. Got the line, pulled it in place. It worked perfectly for that. So I did get that done, but I'm not as good at that kind of stuff as I should be. That's an area I need to work on here pretty quickly. But that aside, I got to tell you guys, the quality of life of living on a boat, and this is my big story for this evening. The quality of life of being afloat is where this is all about. I've watched, and I'm sure you guys watch a lot of these YouTube creators, and these guys talk about their boats and repairs and this, that, and the other thing and whatever. And you deal with all that stuff, and that's fine. You deal with all that stuff, but the peace, the peace and serenity and just overall feeling of goodwill here has been mind-boggling for me in some ways. I mean, I am extremely relaxed right now. I am not feeling pressured or stressed. So I go over and I work on the mast, and I sewed the thing and I sewed it wrong. Well, okay, take the knife, cut it apart. And, they had a little toolbox over there. I'm just sitting there over there with the toolbox with my little sewing kit, sewing the two halyards together. And it was just a real fast, fun way to spend a couple hours walking over to West Marine today. It was just beautiful walk over to West Marine. They had park benches all up and down the place. On the way up, I sat down for a little while there at the dock of the bay and watched the water. And coming back, I stopped a couple of times because I was toting a lot of weight with me, carrying everything back. A minnow bucket and another bucket and bait and all the halyards and stuff I bought at West Marine. The netting for Miss Lily and that. But it's just the quality of life, And here I am out there sitting on the bench sewing this thing together. And it's like everybody in the yard came up to see what I was doing. Everybody came up to see if I needed anything, if they could help in any way. It was just a real good experience, And I don't think we see much of that anymore. Now if you see somebody sitting on a bench or something, everybody gives them a starry eyeball and walks around them, Especially when you're an old codger with me with my big old scraggly beard and my camouflage pants on, kind of look a little bit like a bum, I guess, but I really am impressed with the quality of life. I mean, okay, this morning, I got up and I just had a banana and an orange for breakfast. It was great. We all need a village. We really do, Smoking. We all need a village. But it was just so pleasant, getting up here in the cockpit and watching the sun come up and going for a walk over to the park and looking out at the bay, and we got all the seagulls flying around, and we have all the Canadian geese all around. We have a snake, apparently. When I did my live stream this morning, as soon as I got done with the live stream, when I stood up, I turned around, and there was what I thought was a big old copperhead in the water about 2 feet behind me. Scared the Jesus out of me. So, I don't know if you can hear that, but there's a police siren or fire siren going on. That's the first one I've heard here in Sandusky. Reminding me, I guess I'm in the big city still. I don't know. I'm just really enjoying the peace and of being here, you know. Um, just having a nice time here on the boat, enjoying the day, enjoying the weather, enjoying my dog. I yell at her a lot while we're doing the live stream because she interferes with stuff while we're trying to do it. But, you know, she's just been an absolute delight to be around and to have her on the boat with me. And she's taken to the boat like crazy. I mean, she jumps on the boat by herself without a problem. She comes off the boat by herself without a problem. She knows where she can go up here in the yard and go to the bathroom and stuff. She goes to the grassy areas, not where people walk around or not underneath people's boats and stuff. So everybody here in the boatyard seems to like her. Did you get the lights on the mast? No, Palm Limit, I did not. And in fact, I was looking at the wiring to that. I always look like a bum, but I'm comfortable. There you go, and I'm always comfortable. I looked at the wiring. I'm going to have to get some new wire for that. I did remove the one broken light that was up on the mast, up on the spreader arms. But the other light on the spreader arms looks still like it's in good shape. So I might just leave it alone. Sorry I'm late anyway to get better notifications, looking good. Yeah, guys, I have no control over the notifications whatsoever. I put a notice out on Facebook that I'm going to be going live at 7 o'clock. You can look at my Facebook account, Carl Brook on Facebook, and click on that and like that. And, I try to get on there and let everybody know on my Facebook account that I'm going to be going live at 7 o'clock. That might be a better route for you. But as far as what YouTube does, I really have little or no control over that at all. You come a long way, Carl. Remind us where you were a year ago. It's a great story of perseverance. Well, yeah, a year ago, I was in a 16 by 16 dry cabin up in Alaska, freezing my bippy off. Good lucky in your new way of life. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I was living up there in my little dry cabin all alone on my 80 acres in Alaska. Really not looking forward to another winter. Cost me dearly getting out of there, but it is what it is, and it's all past now. So I guess I'm just finding a lot of contentment here on the boat, you know. You're like me, I'm sitting here in my leggings and an old rock and roll t-shirt. There you go, Mary. That sounds good. Oh, you're talking to Mary. I'm sorry. That's Jan. Huh. Anyhow, I'm just really enjoying the lifestyle, I guess. I'm really enjoying slowing down. I put the real estate stuff for the time being on the back burner because I really, okay, when I was down at my in-laws' house and I had my truck, if I had something come up, I could run down to Florida and take care of it. Now that I'm on the boat, I can't just run down there and take care of stuff. So, comfy life here on the bay. Yes, it is. Yep, very nice. So I'm putting all the real estate stuff on the back burner for the time being until I get relocated down to Florida. So that takes a whole load of stuff off my plate as far as things I have to worry about. I mean, right now it's just, eating dinner, breakfast, whatever, do a little fishing so I can hopefully eat dinner or breakfast, and slowly but surely I'm working on the boat and whipping it into shape. That's all, just slowly but surely. So I have a lot of stuff to do. I've got plumbing to do. You can see by the things that are in arm's reach from me, right? I got painting to do. I just got a long list of projects I need to get onto and get working on. But what you do with truck once you start sailing? Actually, Stuart, I sold my truck in order to buy the boat. That's how I afforded to be able to buy this boat. I sold my Excursion, and I used that money to buy the boat, and I'm using the rest of that money to acquire all the things I needed to get going. And unfortunately, that money is disappearing at an alarming rate. But I think I'm going to be okay. I think I'm going to be able to pull out of here and not be a problem. I'm a little concerned about not putting a ladder on the back like I hoped. But, an easy work around that, and it was something I was going to do anyway, I'm going to be towing my dinghy anyway. So I can always get up in the dinghy and then use the dinghy to get up into the boat, just taking an extra step. So seeing that the marina has facilities, would it be better to stay there a little longer to get things done? Maybe. They're only going to charge me $150 if I stayed here for a month. So I could. But everything else once we get the mast set and get it in place, everything else that I'm doing are all little jobs that I can do, whether I'm sitting here or whether I'm on the way. So at this point, I am pretty much self-sufficient in that I have a generator for my own electricity. I have fuel for the diesel and the generator. I have propane. I have the ability of refilling the propane bottles from a large 20-pound bottle that I have. I'm fairly autonomous at this point. I changed my plan with AT&T, so I now have unlimited internet, so I don't have to worry anymore about exceeding my minutes or whatever, and because I'm not any place where I can hack the Wi-Fi. I have to do everything direct off the phone. So, in fact, the phone I'm using to do this live stream, I have it set up as a hotspot so I can fire my laptop up and work my laptop off of it. If that fire extinguisher came with the boat, turn it upside down and bang it with a rubber mallet to fluff up the dry chemical powder inside. Oh, well, there's a good idea, Martin. Thank you. I will do that. It actually came with two of them. There's one there and there's one on the other side. I've got two fire extinguishers. Make sure you hit like. Yeah, please do, guys. Please do make sure you hit like. Yeah, please do like and subscribe. In the description down below, there's instructions for joining my Patreon page if you want to become a patron. Or if you feel like making a contribution, I also have PayPal set up down here. You can link to that should you want to, throw some funds in to help with the cause. But, yeah, so I guess the story today is one of peace and solitude and happiness, just real comfort. So far. And of course, mind you, at this point, I've been dealing with nothing but all the crap aspects of the boat. Okay, I've been working on mechanics and working on rigging and working on this and working on that. I haven't gotten to any of the cosmetics yet. I think I would stay, make sure boat sails okay and nothing breaks. You are at the cheapest place that you will ever be. Remember, no hurry. Well, that's true, Arthur. Very true. Get rid of those fire extinguishers and get CO2 ones. If you have to, use a powder on your boat is stuffed. Use a powder on your boat is stuffed. Okay. Good to know. Does Navionics on your phone use data? Yes, it does. Navionics on my phone does use data. Yeah, I could stay. And there's a lot of these people that, would want to go that route. Yeah, unlimited. I just tired of screwing with it. I just want to go unlimited. And I can use all the data I want. I can sit here and watch Netflix tonight if I wanted to, using my cell phone as a hotspot. Probably not going to do that. I'm going to go out and fish, see if I can catch some dinner for tomorrow or maybe some breakfast. But it's just such a really nice lifestyle. It is everything that I imagined it to be. It really is. And at this point, I haven't gotten to the fun stuff yet. I mean, I really haven't. I've been working on generators. I've been working on the diesel engine. I've been working on plumbing. I've been working on getting the rigging put up. Working on all the through holes, getting all that sealed, and sealing all the leaks on the bottom. I've been doing nothing but working on everything up to this point. I haven't even gotten to the fun stuff yet. So, Samoa, okay. Hello, Samoa. Good evening. Please click like, everyone. Thank you, Ian. Appreciate that. Yeah, so I guess that's my story for tonight. It's so far it's everything I expected it to be. T-Mobile has a cheap unlimited plan for those 55 and older. And Charles, I already have. I'm with AT&T. I've been with AT&T for a while. I really like their coverage. Seems like everywhere I've been, I've got great service with AT&T. I know I could probably find a cheaper plan elsewhere. But I think at this point I'm just going to stick with the AT&T for the time being anyway, and see how that pays out. But I do appreciate the heads up. Other people have shared with me similar stories of other providers, but I'm just going to stay right where I'm at. Plang, okay. Can tell you are happy. Yeah, it's not so much happy, Kim. I mean, it's not like, I'm giddy kind of happy. I'm just kind of content, I'm in a good place. I feel good. I mean, what could be better? I got great exercise this morning, went for a couple long walks. Did you take a loss on the farm? I took a hell of a loss on the farm. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Since you brought that up, I'm just going to touch on it briefly, and then I want to move on to better subjects. But I had the farm. You guys may remember that I was going to, hey, Andy, how you doing? Relax, maybe. You noticed I perked up and got all tense as soon as we talked about the farm. I had the property in contract. I was supposed to buy a boat that Bobby from Sailing Doodles had for sale. Need to find a wife to make you miserable again. Yeah, I don't think so. And I had the farm in contract, and literally the day before closing, the lady who was buying it backed out. She walked away and didn't buy the property. So what I did is every month I dropped the price. I dropped the price. I dropped the price. I dropped the price. Finally, I decided just to get the hell out of there. If you guys remember, I said, screw it. I'm going to go down to Florida. I'll sell my truck, buy a crappy boat, and really get going on my YouTube channel, which is what I've been wanting to do. And so I listed the farm for sale with a different realtor. And when I listed it with him, we lowered it even more. In fact, we dropped the price down to $169,000. I had it originally in contract with that lady at $215,000, but I was just fed up with it and wanted to go on and see what was going on. No, it's not Redneck Radio. One of my moderators might want to go ahead and just put that guy in timeout or something. I've been waiting to start on small bursts since I was 4th grade, so I wish I could. Yeah, exactly, man. Why is it fun, Carl? Because as yours, all yours. Why it's so fun, Carl? Because it's yours, all yours. Well, that's true, Mary. It is all mine. Yep. It's mine. It's paid for. And you know what, guys, right now, I owe some money to those people that signed up with the Sailing with Grandpa. As I understand it right now, and I've been in contact with all of them. Thank you, Andy. All of them but one has been really patient and, when I can kind of thing to get them refunded. And I will. I'm going to refund all those people. One guy wants his money right now, and so I'm trying to work on that. Unfortunately, when the guy paid me cash, and so I got to figure out what it was. How many acres was the farm? It was 80 acres. And in the end, it sold for 165. And the woman who was originally going to buy it for 215, who walked out of the deal, she's the woman who ended up buying it. I'm really angry about the whole thing. As the deal was closing, my ex-wife's lawyer got involved and filed an injunction against the sale. She was supposed to get some money as a result of our divorce. Well, apparently that was coming out of the farm. So the $7,000 that I would have gotten out of the property, and that's all I would have gotten out of it, she got. So basically, yeah, not only did I put $50,000 down on that property when I bought it, my money, not hers, and make payments for 8 years on the property, I walked away with nothing, with absolutely zero from that property. So just a bad subject. So with that said, let's put all that behind us and let's look forward, because right now, life is good. Life is really, really good. Yep. Like I said, let's move on, put it behind us. Water under the bridge, nothing we're going to do about it. Just time to move on and go on with other things. And with that said, my son, when he was driving me up here the other day, he stopped at the store and bought me some hooch, so I think I'm going to enjoy a little bit of that. I agree on the CO2 just recommended, but until you can afford to get them, keep your dry chemical extinguisher functional. I will do that. You have the right attitude, go forward. Yep. Does T-Mobile even work outside of New York City? I have no idea. Health, contentment, are all you're good. Yeah, exactly right. And that's Guys, when you get to a certain age and you've matured to a certain... Okay, come on. God. She's been up my butt wanting to come up since we started this live stream. What are you doing? Okay, she apparently didn't want up on me. She wanted to get up here to see what food there was she could get to. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? You just want some loving? Huh? You just want some loving? Is that it? She just wants some attention. No, get down. You don't need into that. See, she's trying to get into the food. Go lay down. Go lay down. Sit. Down. 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 There we go. Go. Healthy contentment, man. That's exactly where I'm at this point. At my age, I'm too old to screw around with all the drama and stuff. Joined a little late. I've been watching a video on the best radar detectors for 2018. Well, there you go, Frank. You can go out and detect radar. Anyhow, guys, I'm going to be bad. My son brought me a little present. So I'm going to enjoy a little bit. And I'm sorry if I'm going to do this rather rudely and crudely. But right now here on the boat, everything is kind of rude and crude. With all the new exercise, I bet you start dropping weight. Andy, I guarantee you, yeah. I mean, it wasn't far. You know, it's only like a little over a mile between here and West Marine and back. It's not very far at all. But, you know, I did that today, and I did a long walk today. I walked a couple of miles. I've been spending a whole winter this winter sitting in the garage there here in Ohio, not getting out, not walking, not getting any exercise. So it's about time to get out and do something. Drink yourself to death and good old white boy. Well, why don't you guys just kick that guy out of the chat, please? Last thing we need is that kind of nonsense. Oh, yeah, enjoy. There you go. Hey, you know, I enjoy a little tequila now and then. Last night, there you go. Whew. Whew. Yeah, people like that give us all headaches. And that's just the kind of stress nobody needs in their life. I get morons on my channel all the time, you know, complaining to me that I delete people, I delete comments. You know, life's too short to deal with that kind of nonsense, so away it goes. Anyhow, last night I said I was going to drink a couple of beers. I didn't. I was going to, hello. I was going to, and I didn't. And so this evening, as I was cooking my dinner, I went ahead and drank one of my beers while I was doing that. For some reason, I just felt like having a shot of tequila. I don't know why. What's up with all the trolls today? I don't know. I haven't had hardly any trolls in a long time. I don't know why all of a sudden they're coming in, but put you moderators to work, man, knocking heads. So I love seeing Lily happy, and she's a happy dog right now. She really is. Oh, man, Gary, I'm sorry to hear that. That's a bummer. You know, Lily has been a godsend to me. She really has been. My wife and I divorced 2 years ago, and I was going to get all depressing shit again, but I knew I was going to be in for a real hard road. I knew what I was up against, and so I bought this little puppy 2 years ago. I bought this little the yellow female lab puppy, and she has been the light of my life for the last 2 years. She really has. She is without a doubt the significant female in my life right now, and she's my confidant and my day-to-day person, and she's my best bud right now. She really is. So you can, I would hate to think what I would do if anything happened to her. I would really be heartbroken once again. So drinking some good cider out in my garage, watching you enjoy yours. There you go, Stuart. Hello, John Harris. Carl, let me know where you are, and my daughter Brittany and me want to visit this weekend. We are from Toledo, would like to see you. Well, John Harris, I am at Deepwater Marina in Sandusky. So there you go. I'm at Deepwater Marina in Sandusky. You can PM me if you want. You can PM me through my Facebook, or if you go to the About page on my YouTube channel and click on my email address there, it'll give you my email address. You can email me. So that'd be awesome. Come on down. I am going to be here this weekend. In fact, my family's coming up on Sunday. So I'm going to have my family here on Sunday. So if you want to come up Saturday or something, that'd be great. I've known strong men killed by divorce, almost me, and so truth be told, guys, I mean, in all honesty, when I left, when my wife wanted to separate, and I went back up to Alaska by myself, I did take a handgun and walk out in the woods and sit on a stump and contemplate. That's how depressed I was. I was that close. Instead, I took the gun and I shot the tree next to me in anger because I was angry at myself for allowing myself to feel that. So, divorce can be nasty business, and you gotta pick up yourself and move along. So, the Grim Creeper says, that's great. She's beautiful. My Shepherd mix looks actually real close in color. Huh. Okay. Drinking Voodoo Ranger IPA. There you go. What are you eating on the boat, Carl, with no fish? Why is divorce so expensive? Because it's worth it. There you go. Mary, let's see. What am I eating? Bananas. I like bananas. I get these little mandarin orange things, the little halo type mandarin orange things. I really like those. On the hard at a pier. I am at a dock right now. I'm in the water. I'm at a dock. So I really like these little orange things. They're like candy to me. They're my treat every day. So for breakfast, I've been eating them. I would eat more, like I could make myself some cereal or cook myself some bacon and eggs or something in the morning. But right now, I can't find any of my silverware. I'm sorry, but I'm peeling myself an orange to eat while I'm talking to you good folks. My dessert for tonight. Yeah, somewhere I packed all my forks, knives, and spoons and all that kind of stuff, and I haven't found it yet. So I got to find all that stuff so that I can dig it out so I can eat a bit better. So marriage is the leading cause of divorce. Yeah, marriage is the leading cause of death too. Shoot the tree, get a dog, and then boat and enjoy. There you go, Gary. That's exactly what I thought, exactly what my plan was at the time, actually. Yeah, I do need to catch some fish. So yeah, I've been eating kind of weird. Now tonight, I have to admit, last night I did a celebratory steak. I had a ribeye steak that I bought specifically so I could celebrate my first dinner on the boat. And I did eat it, but what I had to do is I had to cook it in my cast iron skillet. I only had a knife to stab it and flip it over. And then I just had two knives. Actually, I have my fish fillet knife is what I'm using. And I could cut up the steak and I would slice off it and stab it with the knife and eat it that way. So this evening I made a skillet of, which is normally something I would have for breakfast occasionally. I had some bacon with potatoes and onions, and I had to just eat that by stabbing each potato with the. Whoop! Sorry about that. I had a roll of paper towels sitting nearby. So anyhow, so that's what I've been eating. And this evening's dinner was a bad dinner, I mean, not healthy stuff, but hey, it was all fresh from the farm, no factory food. But yes, I do need to get the grill fired up. The guy gave me a grill. Unfortunately, I cannot find the mount for the grill, nor can I find the arm where the propane bottle connects to. So I may have to do some stuff in that regard. Oh, the creeper have to go by the wayside? Oh, well. Well, thank you, Grim Reaper, for subbing. I appreciate that. Nice of you. Good deal. The Grim Creeper, huh? To me, these little oranges are like candy. They're juicy. Got that mandarin orange flavor to them. Just like eating a candy, and they're healthy for you. So what else have I been eating? I guess that's about it. My go-to crispy salty, I have some pistachios. So if I feel a need for something salty or something like that, that's what I'm doing. Are you sure it's not a charcoal grill? No, it's a propane grill, It's a propane grill. The guy gave it to me along with the boat, but he had the grill at his house. And he says the other components are here on the boat, but so far I've looked in all the lockers and I have not found them. So, fruits, nature's candy. It certainly is, yes. Absolutely. I really enjoy those oranges. I started eating them when I was up in Alaska, and they're my favorite go-to thing right now. Lily, on the other hand, likes eating whenever I throw them in the garbage like I just did. If a little piece of the peel on the outside doesn't end up in the garbage, well, she spends an hour playing with that piece. I think she likes the orange oil or something out of it. She makes a habit of it. So, but that's what I've been eating. I've been drinking water because I don't have my water system working on the boat yet. So that's my main beverage. So, you know, hey, I'm eating good. I'm eating clean. I'm living good, having fun, doing a little fishing, getting lots of exercise, getting the boat work done. I mean, come on, what else could you possibly want in life, you know? The parts are in the hole where the bilge pump handle was. Good luck. Yeah, actually it wasn't. I opened that lazarette, removed everything from it, including the bilge handle, and it was not in there. I opened the lazarette on the other side, took everything out of that lazarette. It was not in there. The only place that it could possibly be is in these two back quarter berths. It might be in one of the storage bins underneath those quarter berths. Now, just next to me, right here to my right, this first bin has got the water tank. I'm sorry if I'm rocking back and forth, but the boat's rocking back and forth. So it might be in those. I guess I'm going to have to move all my stuff out and see if I can find them. So, when will the mast be put up? Clint, I was hoping we were going to put the mast up today. A little bit of setback when we started pulling the halyards, and we found that one of them was rope going to cable. I don't know how to do that splice, nor did I have replacement wire, the wire cable for that. So I'm going to have to go pick up that cable, and I'm going to have to learn how to do that splice. But then in the meantime, another guy here in the marina, a very well-known guy, big time in the sailing. He runs a local sailing club. He's one of the people that are in charge of that. Very knowledgeable individual who works on a lot of different boats. He said he actually has replacements that are in really good shape that he's going to give me tomorrow. So we'll see what he brings tomorrow. But in the meantime, you know, my mast is over there. We got it all unwrapped and pull apart and looked at. Get down. You know better than to get up on me without permission. So we looked at the mast. So I think it's going to be pretty good shape. So I'm hoping I don't know what time he's going to get here with those, so I won't be able to do anything on the mast until then. Maybe some of those guys can help you out with the splice. I can do the splice, Stuart. I got on YouTube and I watched a video on how to do it. It's not that hard. I just got to buy the wire rope, and I got to buy the FID and some rigging tape so I can do that. And then I'll be happy to do it myself. But I'm kind of hoping to do that while I'm on the Erie Canal, because that way I can anchor out someplace and just sit there and work on it. So don't do a rope to wire splice. Go with the rope alone, but change the masthead sheave to a rope sheave. Yeah, Mike, I don't know if we have enough width up there inside the head to do that, but that is something that a lot of us were discussing today. We had sort of a board of directors of all the different sailors here in the anchorage, and that was a lot of what we were talking about. The cable is what takes the tension. Huh. Okay. If you buy the pistachios shelled already, they cost 25% less than the ones in the shells. Yeah, I know, Frank, and I was looking for actually the shelled pistachios when I bought these, but they didn't have them, so I had to buy them in the shell. So, yes, I agree with you. That's what I would normally buy myself. But, yeah, we had sort of a board of directors going with all the other sailors here at the marina, and all these guys were coming over and kibitzing and, you know, trying to board of directors, you know, where everybody kind of gets together and gives you all kinds of good advice. Not that they served in any official capacity, but they all, you know, kind of come over and you know, want to They want to teach a young whippersnapper something, you know. They want to show everybody their experience and stuff, so they all come over and, hey, John Dolan, glad you finally made it. Shelled ones don't last, too easy to eat. Yeah, that's true too, Akula. Yep, that's true too. In fact, I was fishing today and I ate 3 of them today. I try not to eat too many because the salt gets to my hands and stuff. Board of directors. Oh, that might be a better idea. Board of directors, yeah. Just, you know, everybody gets together around where I'm working there with their advice. And a lot of that advice kind of goes in one ear and out the other. But some of it was really good stuff. Good education for me. I mean, I certainly don't know everything when it comes to sailing. So it was interesting to talk to different people with other experiences. Best advice is KISS principle. Absolutely. Keep it simple, stupid. But it was just nice having all these guys coming over and offering their help. And then the one guy comes over and he looks at it. He goes, I've got just what you need at home. I'll bring it tomorrow. You can just take all that stuff off and replace it. So, did you get your groceries at Walmart or Kroger here? I went to Walmart, Wally World. I went to Wally World. So, I wish I had gone to Kroger's. But I understand Kroger's delivers. So I'm sort of tempted, and I have a Kroger card and a Kroger app on my phone. I might just put together a shopping list and let Kroger deliver some groceries to me. That way I don't have to walk to the store. So, I mean, I'm giving that some serious consideration. A good sailor learns something new every day. That's right, Barb. And today I learned how to splice wire to rope. It was something I had never seen before, never personally. And so I was interested in seeing that. So, oh, nice. I'm heading there tomorrow. There you go. Thanks, Jan. Yes, they do. And they also deliver your prescriptions here for free. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, I thought I might get online because I wanted to pick up some more stuff. I've been drinking this, what do you call it? You know, seltzer water, flavored seltzer water kind of stuff. Kroger has some really good ones, so I was kind of hoping to get some of those delivered. Some ice. Remember to make it easy. It may need to be fixed at sea. Well, that's right. That's right, Arthur, yeah. But, you know, it's just like splicing that wire to the rope. Once you learn how to do that, it's easy to do. So I'll get that figured out, and I'll do that, and that should be not a problem. So go with the exercise, not delivery. Well, Andy, Kroger's is a little too far to walk to from where I'm at. I don't mind walking a mile or 2, maybe even 3, but I don't want to walk 8. and then having to tote all the groceries back. That's a little bit too far. So, no, I'll call up and let them go ahead and deliver. Hey, if I can make it easier on myself, I'm going to. I am working diligently at getting into better shape, but I know it's going to take time and I need to pace myself. So, are way too far from work. Yeah, they're way too far. Have the heavy stuff delivered. Exactly, Barb. That's what I was going to do. I can just call up Kroger and have them deliver the whole order. So, there really is not any grocery store within walking distance of this marina. There is a bait and tackle shop within walking distance. There's a West Marine within walking distance. There's a dozen bars, that kind of stuff within walking distance. There's a gas station within walking distance. But no place that I could, you know, really provision at. So you're adjusting your budget's distance till empty as you run into new projects. I would think it would be beneficial to be in Florida before you hit E. Well, yeah, it would be, but we don't always have that option available to us, do we? So I'm really rooting and counting on, you know, growth on my channel and stuff. Yeah, hey, I've only been I've only been on the boat now for... I bought the boat a week ago. I mean, you know, I only bought the boat a week ago, so I got to give it time, see what happens. No, there isn't anymore. The one that was downtown, they're closed last year, yeah. With all the work on the boat, have you had any time for new listings in the Keys? No, Andy, I was just explaining to everybody, I'm really putting what I'm doing in real estate on the back burner. When I was down in Lancaster, Ohio, and I had my car available to me, if I had somebody in Florida respond to my marketing and want me to take a listing and go down there and do something, I could jump in the truck and run down to Florida and back and take care of that. Right now, I've sold my truck in order to be able to buy the boat. my plan was and is to take this boat down to Florida, and hopefully I've earned enough money along the way that I could buy just a job car. Just buy something to drive down there when I get there. In fact, I was on Craigslist. I saw a real nice pickup for sale down there for $1,000. A lot of you guys that aren't into boats and aren't around marinas, it's kind of a common thing in the cruising area for people to get to a particular anchorage marina. They're there for a while and they'll have a car. They'll buy a car. And then when they leave, they sell that car to another cruiser. And then that cruiser will drive that car for a while and or let other people use that car in that area. And then when they leave, they'll sell it to another cruiser. And so that kind of stuff goes on a regular basis down there. Yeah, I seen that post about the Nissans down there. I'm not going to fit in a Nissan Maxima, so that would be out for me. I'm thinking something like a crew cab or a extended cab pickup truck or a large SUV or something like that, because I may be getting in shape and I might be losing weight, but I'm not shrinking in height. There's no diet for getting smaller, so even if I lose weight, I'm still 6'3". So, hey, Carl, how you doing, son? Wow, my notifications are late. Yeah, I've been on now for 56 minutes, and so you just got your notification, huh? Unbelievable. Get down. Nice 22-foot sailor for $1,000 in Venice, Florida. There you go. That beard won't fit in a subcompact. No, it will not. Might get a land yacht for $1,000. Exactly. Hey, Carl, how much costs the marina? This marina here in Sandusky charges $150 a month. However, I've got like the first couple of weeks here for free. So, or I don't know. We haven't really set a specific date, but he pretty much told me what I'm doing here is free. So it might be more cost efficient and convenient to just rent a car if there's a prospect of making money in Florida. Yeah, Barb, or just Uber. I could do an Uber thing or something like that. But I can't do that from Sandusky, Ohio. I can do that from down in the Florida Keys. I can call Enterprise and, for $50 or whatever for the day, rent a car if I needed to. So, yeah, there's all kinds of options down there. So I will cross that bridge when I come to it. Right now, I sold my beloved Excursion. Love that truck. I sold it. I got a good price for it. And that's the money that I've used to buy the boat and to get all the, I got the generator and all the food and all the other stuff on here that I needed. I provisioned and got the batteries and the plumbing stuff fixed. And now we're finishing up with the rigging. We'll get that done. And that's kind of it, I mean, really, once I get the mast put on, once the mast is set, my only expense is food. Think about that. Once I get the mast up and everything's working on the mast, my only expense is groceries. I have no mortgage payment. I have no car payment. I don't have to pay car insurance or house insurance. I have my gas. Thanks to one of my viewers, all my gas cans are filled up. Food is free if you catch it. That's right, Andy, and that's why I invested a little money today, and I bought some night crawlers and some wax worms, and I bought a little minnow trap and stuff. So, yes, Carl, the only bill that I have, you're right, Carl, the only bill I have aside from my food is going to be my cell phone bill. Free man in paradise. There you go. Once you get out of the water, the subscribers will pick up quickly. I'm sure you've gained quite a few since buying the boat, I think. I've gained some, Steve, not very many. Which part of Florida are you heading for? Our marina is expensive in Florida. Stuart, I'm going to be going to Marathon, Florida, and it's $300 there for a mooring ball. Is there a kind of boat insurance? Yes, you could buy boat insurance, but I paid so little for this boat there wouldn't be any point in buying it. Good luck and safe travels. Well, thanks, JK. Yeah, so Carl is right. I have my cell phone bill, and as of today, my cell phone bill is pretty high. In fact, I would say my cell phone bill is going to be equal to my food budget, actually. It's going to be pretty spendy, so How are the navigation instruments on Lily 2? Well, the navigation instrument is right here. It's called an iPad. The boat has a depth finder. It has a really nice autopilot. I mean, a really nice autopilot. An autopilot actually way too nice for this pig. Kind of earrings on the pig kind of thing. It has a standard Horizon VHF on the boat. Plus, I have my little floaty West Marine VHF. I have 2 GPSs that go with the boat for additional navigation. So, I mean, I'm good. I'm good with electronics. I've never been a big electronics fan anyway. I don't try to rely on that kind of stuff. I really like to rely on, read, write, returning, and look at the water state and look at the surface and look at the watercolor. And if you're paying attention, you can tell quite a bit about what's underneath the water just from the way the surface is acting. So I tend to be more in line with that kind of stuff than relying on some out-of-date electronic digital chart to tell me that I have seen way too many times where I've been on the chart and the chart's showing my location on land, and yet I'm floating. And there's been numerous times that I've been on the water, and it said it's water, and yet clearly it's land in front of me. So I don't trust those charts. I kind of like to work with my stuff the way it is. So, do you work online? I don't work online, no. Well, yes, I do. I load my videos up online, so I guess I do. Not sure if your path east takes you through Canadian waters. If so, does AT&T cover? I will not be in Canadian waters, Steve. I'm going to be very close to Canada. In fact, I can look across the bay here and see it. In fact, right over here on the next point, right over here is the border patrol guy is sitting there waiting to catch people coming across. But no, I will not be going into Canadian waters this time. I've been through Canada enough. I don't care to go through Canada anymore. The grandkids are watching. They say hello. Hey, CJ. Hey, Ethan, buddy. How my kids doing? My grandsons are watching. That's what I've been hoping for all along, for my grandkids to see me on here. Hey, guys. Hope you guys are okay. Don't give your mom and dad a hard time. Behave yourselves. And my grandkids, Carl and CJ, I will see you guys on Sunday. I guess you guys are coming up. I actually have a weather window. I could go Sunday, but I'm going to stay here so I can see them. So, and there's Johanna Wilson, my ex-wife, in the house. Tell them Nana says hi. All right, done did. I drove through Marathon previously on the way to Key West. Yep, you got to go through Marathon to get to Key West. They said we love you. Awesome, Carl. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I love my grandkids. I really do. That's probably the hardest part of me doing this, is not being around my grandkids. My kids, not so much. My grandkids. Thank you, Kim. Thank you. Yep. Hello to the family. Oh, I tell you guys, it just rocks. I mean, proud papa. Absolutely. Absolutely proud papa. Yeah, very proud of my family. Very, very proud of them. They did good. All of them did good. My son Vincent did good. My son Carl did good. They've all have their own families now and have their own little world going on. Did really good. I'm real happy with that. So, cool stuff. But now I'm getting emotional, guys. You guys are going to make me start crying here. Cheers. Take a swig. There you go. That's exactly what I need to do. You guys are getting me all emotional thinking about my grandkids. By the way, Carl, thanks for getting this for me. I appreciate it. Whew. I don't know why I like tequila so much. I just always have. There are many millionaires out there tonight that are not as happy as you are right now. Oh, you know that, Brad. Absolutely. Get it done. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I have said that statement numerous times. There's a lot of wealthy people that aren't living any better than I am right now. Nah, my boys are planning your demise to take the sailboat. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to tell a story here on my grandson, CJ. This is funny as hell. But got to have some lime and salt. Yeah, well, I'm trying to stay out of the salt right now. Seriously, my grandkids came up with me this past weekend, Saturday, to help me move stuff up onto the boat, and they saw the boat. My oldest grandson gets on the boat, and he kind of looks at me and he goes, "So is this going to be the Brook family boat or just your boat, Grandpa?" Immediately, the kid's already thinking of ways to knock me off so that he can inherit my boat from me. I thought that was hysterical. And I will also say that my son Carl, even though he's been a butthead and would never admit it, I actually caught him saying that he's actually looked at sailboats and is thinking about the lifestyle. So sailors like his rum like a diesel likes its oil. There you go. Far flung, he's roughing it. He's rougher it, has roughing it. Okay. Hello from Germany. Yeah. Willkommen. Can't be rougher it too much. He's got Wi-Fi. Here you go. I do not have Wi-Fi. I do not have Wi-Fi. I have cellular service, and my cell phone provides me with a, what do they call it? A hotspot that I could use my laptop through. And that's how I connect with everybody in the world. My kids are 11, 8, and 6, always asking about my bank account. Yeah, right? Real men do cry. They absolutely do, Mary. They absolutely do. All right, you guys are talking about rum. Hold on a second. I got to swing my table. I have got the neatest table in the boat. See this table? This is so neat. I can have it like this where it's completely out of my way, or I can just pull it around. And now I got a desk right in front of me. It is so neat. I really like the way this table is set up. It's really cool. I missed some stuff in the chat. Hold on. Have you let your phone search for a nearby open? Yes, of course. No wonder why your cell bill is so high. You need Wi-Fi. Yeah, well, there's no ability to have Wi-Fi when you're mobile, guys. Oh! All right. And for those guys who were complaining that sailors need their rum, so my son also bought for me. How's that? A little flask of rum. I thought that was funny. Little Captain Morgan. It's actually a bit of a private joke between me and my youngest son. He seems to think Captain Morgan's kind of like an iconic side of things, so he's kind of into that. It's funny. Fun times. So, I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan. There you go. Well, I won't hold that against you. I'm a Buckeye by heart, so I won't hold Michigan against you. Good rum. Yeah, actually, it's not half bad. It's really not half bad. Well, Coleman, my USA friend. Yeah, thank you. Well, you are a captain now. I don't know if I'm a captain or not. I don't know if I qualify as a captain. Oh, talking about captaining. Interesting thing I worked out. Go Bucks. There you go. I had some concerns about up in Maine, Scotch on the rocks is no good. There you go. Hi, Terry from Great Britain also. There you go. Or not Great Britain, Germany. Skipper maybe, yeah. Chief cook and bottle washer, I think. I think that's more likely my title here. Swab and dog poop picker-upper, you know. Because Miss Lily is probably the captain on the boat. She's certainly the admiral, but... No, seriously, I had some concerns about the registration on the boat because the guy I bought it from gave me a bill of sale, and he also gave me a notarized signed title, so I have clear title of the boat. And so I was going to have to go here in Ohio and register it here in Ohio. How's your navigation experience? I'm pretty good with that. I'm okay with navigation. Anyhow, I called up the Bureau of Motor Vehicles, and they said that for me to change the title over to my name was going to be like $100, $83 or something, and then I had to go to the Department of Natural Resources and get a boating permit from them, and that was going to be like another $63. Well, you know, I'm very cost conscious right now because I'm kind of burning through the available funds, So I was talking to them, and they transferred me to one of the supervisors, and I had a long conversation with him. Well, see, I'm going to haul this boat down to Florida, and I'm going to register it in Florida. That's where I want to eventually register it. So right now, it is simply a vessel in transit is the terminology that they use. And they're telling me that I don't have to register it here in Ohio. It does have hull numbers on it from the previous registration. It has an expired previous registration on the boat. And I have a bill of sale, and I have a recently signed deed. So if I get pulled over by the Coast Guard, or if I get pulled over by Ohio or New York or anybody else's division, then I simply tell them I am a boat in transit, and when I get to Florida, I'm going to register the boat in Florida. And that's all I need to do. The general consensus was that's all I need to do. So that saves me, like $170 or so, or $160, because I don't have to register it here in Ohio, and I can go pirate all the way down to Florida. So I kind of like that idea. In Alabama, no title, right bill of sale on brown paper bag, and you're good to go, cheap too. There you go. In Florida, if it's over 30 years old, register as antique. It's only $5 a year. Yes, exactly. Exactly what I plan on doing, because my boat is 44 years old. My boat. I love saying that. My boat. Yes, my boat is 44 years old. She was a 1974. She's an antiquae. So yeah, I'll be able to get down to Florida and register it for $5. How much is sea tow insurance? More money than I ever plan on spending. If my main engine conks out, I'm simply going to tie my dinghy alongside and use my outboard motor from the dinghy to transport the boat. Sorry if I'm moving, but a big wake just came through. And as you can see by my movement, we're rocking and rolling here. Here, look out the window there. You see? Whee! Fun stuff. Somebody waked the marina, I guess. Oh, calm down. Calm down, quiet. Oh well, sorry about that. Didn't mean to make you seasick there, but that's life aboard a little sailboat. So I'll tell you what though, this sailboat rocks. It really moves. Did you get the mast up? No, we did not get the mast up. We're working on it. What's the weather situation? Absolutely friggin' gorgeous. Absolutely friggin' gorgeous. Miss Lily is no wake police. Yeah, she likes to bark at it. She barks at the wakes. The weather here has been phenomenal. It was like 75, almost 80 degrees, sunshine today, just a beautiful day. So, not a wake, it's a great walleye. There you go. How is Lily transitioning to floating life? You know, Barb, she is really enjoying it. I think she's just having a lot of fun with it. We went for a big long walk this morning, and she bounces a lot. She was just bouncing and springing along and having a ball with it. She has a nasty habit of trying to lay down on my feet wherever I'm sitting, which is bothering me. I'm going to have to get her to give me a little bit more room than that. Really fun to see you so happy, Lily, too. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. We are over the moon right now. Very, very serious level of contentment. And guys, you have to understand, right now my boat still looks like a scene out of Hoarders. Look at this. This is one quarter berth. There's the other quarter berth. There's the galley. There's the pile of stuff going into the head and going up into the forepeak. I've got stuff piled everywhere. We have to sort of make ourselves a little place here to get through the boat. But we're slowly but surely, we're starting to get it all sorted and put away. We're starting to pull apart lockers and opening them up, cleaning them up. That's what I got the paint for. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to open a locker, clean everything out of the locker, sort through it, paint, vacuum clean and paint the locker. And then when the paint's dry, then go ahead and install everything in the locker. I'm trying to be very methodical about that. And I don't mind having all the stuff piled up like it is right now in the meantime while I do that. So if you're a Mason and get pulled over, you can give the international secret sign of distress. I'm not a Mason, but I hear that my uncle got out of a DWI that way. Huh, well. Yep. I don't want to get out of a DWI. I don't drive while intoxicated. I drank a little tequila this evening, and I had a beer earlier, but I am tied to the dock and staying here this evening, so I don't plan on going anywhere. I've been catching up on your channel, My Boat. Congratulations. Well, thank you. Thank you, No Plastic. Yes, My Boat. My boat had no plastic. You might find this interesting. My boat is basically 8,000 pounds of recycled plastic. How's that for an idea, huh? Glad to see you afloat. I am thrilled to be afloat, man. I am thrilled to be afloat. It is not as big a boat as I wanted. It's not as fancy a boat as I wanted. But, you know, we put these... I'm going to address that here real quick. I know this is getting kind of long, but we put these requirements upon ourselves. You know, we tell ourselves that we need to have this, that, and the other thing. No trees, nope. Can you get porta potties over there? Self-contained camp toilets. The portable small holding tank. No, Mike, I'm building a composting head. I'm just putting together a composting toilet on the boat. It's real simple and easy to do. We put these requirements and restrictions on ourselves. You know, we say we need to have this and we got to have that. I mean, like me, even myself, I wanted a sugar scoop and I wanted it to be so long. And I put all these requirements on myself. And all these requirements were more than I was going to be able to get in the near future. And so I put together I had a 5-year plan. I had a 1-year plan. And I had all these great plans of how I'm going to do this, that, and the other thing and achieve my goal. And I did. And I set those goals and I busted ass and I worked towards those goals. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I mean, literally out of nowhere. Oh, I'll tell you how all this played out. For those of you who don't know, I was contacted by a friend of mine that there was a guy on Facebook who was giving away a boat up in Canada, up on upstate New York, giving away a boat. So I contacted him about the boat, and I wrote him a little, paragraph, a little letter explaining who I was, what was going on, and why I wanted the boat, and whatever. Anyhow, the guy was a foreigner, and he ended up giving the boat to one of his countrymen, a younger guy. He wanted to give it to a younger guy, and that's all well and good. But in that process, I started reevaluating really what my needs are. I mean, really what my needs are. And I just happened to come across a Craigslist ad that was, well, frankly, it was very cryptic. I came across a Craigslist ad. It had no photograph, none whatsoever. But it said Cal 229. And then it went on to describe all the things wrong with the boat. It needs this, and this is broken, and that's broken. And it was obviously a Craigslist ad put up by somebody who, for whatever reason, was selling the boat, but really wasn't highly motivated to sell his boat, or it seemed that way anyway. So I tried emailing him, I tried texting him, and I wasn't getting any response. Then I finally got a response back from him, and when I got the response back from him, I made arrangements to come up and see the boat. So let me check here with the chat real quick. Porta potty is a handy tool used to organize my boat. I made a written list of what was in each locker that attached to the door. That's a good idea. Are you going to drag your dinghy? Yes, I'm going to drag my dinghy. Small boats are the best, less cost. Yep. Well, you'll be able to make it yours. Life takes us wherever we're going. That's right. Boats have a way of finding their owners. They certainly do. I want to help with the barbecue. I want to encourage you to exercise and eat healthy. Cool. Thanks, Andy. Anyhow, so I came up to look at the boat, and it was pretty crappy. It's got a lot of rotted areas. In fact, the steps, the system that was the steps going in and out of the companionway, it actually broke and fell apart. I've had to pull that all out. I bought lumber temporarily. I'm going to put together a temporary new staircase in here so I can get in and out. As it is right now, I have a box of books and a cooler. So I step up, I step to there, to here, and then out the companionway. It works. It's not pretty, but I bought some material. I'm going to do a mock-up and put together a little temporary staircase, very heavy duty, very structured. Give me a proper stairs up and down so I can get it out easily. But in any event, the boat was really ugly. The boat had all kinds of issues. It's got the rot, and, it's been sitting on the hard for 4 years, and it was really dirty and filthy inside. What else? I mean, everything about the book just looked old and dated. Oh, it had no batteries. The batteries had all been taken out. It was very rough, just very rough. So I was talking to the guy about it, and I wasn't going to buy the boat. I mean, I really was just going to pass on the boat and move on. Be careful, Carl. I was dragging my dinghy, and I stepped on it and broke it. Okay, that can happen, I guess. Ballet lessons help with walking around on boats. They certainly do. They certainly do. Anyhow, so I was going to buy the boat, and I sat in my car for a while contemplating the boat and thinking about whether I wanted to buy it or not. And I came to the conclusion I was going to pass on it. Now, at that point, I had sounded the hull. The hull sounded good. The hull looked good. No real major problems. The deck was all solid. I looked inside the boat. I looked inside the cavities. I really poked around the boat. I checked the compression post, which is a critical point on these cows. All those things were good, but it was still really dirty and beat up. And so I was going to tell them no. But then when I walked back over to tell them no, it was the first time that I seen the back of the boat, the stern of the boat, where I looked up and I saw the boat's name. And the boat was named the Lily too. Now, my little sweetheart down here on the floor at my feet, her name is Lily. What are the odds that the boat would be named after my dog? I took that as a sign that I needed to go forward and buy this boat. So I made the guy a ridiculous offer of $2,000, and he accepted it. So I bought a 1974 Cal 229 for $2,000 with a working Ferryman 12 horsepower inboard diesel with a nice alternator, fairly new alternator on it. The diesel engine was rebuilt just 70 hours ago. Took a little while for me to get it straightened out and get it fixed and get it running. Had to work on some bearings and impeller and stuff. But it's just chugging along beautifully now. I mean, just beautifully now. It's like music listening to it run. So I bought a hell of a boat. So the end thing is this completely changed my lifestyle. I mean, my whole life is changed in a blink of an eye because I happened to look at this boat that had my dog's name on it, and the guy selling it said yes to $2,000. Whole new world for me. Whole new world for me. I'm out of the garage. I'm not trying to build my business out in Florida so I can work. I did something pretty brazen and bold, and I bought the sailboat and I moved aboard it. And now I'm slowly going to take my time fixing it up. I'm making my YouTube channel. I'm bringing you guys along. I'm trying to get you involved in it as much as I can. Right now, I've been, this past week, and it's only been a week that I bought the boat a week ago. This past week, I've been really busy just getting all the systems going. Now that I'm getting the systems going and I can slow down a little bit, and now that I've got the generator fired up so I have AC power, and I've got the cell phone system straightened out as of today, so I've got permanently good unlimited Wi-Fi or unlimited internet. So now's the time I can start putting together some better videos, and that's what I'm going to start working on now. So, Carl, I was sailing from today, and the question asked was, how much do you need to go cruising? Response was 100 to 200,000. I told them to check your channel out. You bought a boat for $2,000. That's right. That's right, Slipstream. You don't need $100 or $200,000. Is your channel growing? Yes, my channel is growing, no plastic. It is back on track and starting to gain subscribers. I'm gaining subscribers. I'm gaining people on Patreon very slowly. I'm right at the very, very beginning. But as my son Carl said, it's kind of like a snowball effect, You get a little snowball, you start it rolling, it's going to build and it's going to grow. And that's where we're at right now. I could text you how to make a step-by-step out of fiberglass. Very strong and light and cheap to make. Oh, there you go, Ian. That's an idea. Speaking of YouTube channel, everyone hit thumbs up. Okay, thank you. My neighbor's worked his whole life to retire and sail. He retired last year, and now his health won't allow him to go. Clint, I have heard that story from so many people. From so many people. And I know so many people who have, worked and scraped and saved with the idea that, they put together that $100,000 that they thought they needed. They have to have an $80,000 boat. They have to have they have to have a $500,000. They have to have a $1.5 million boat in order to go sailing. That was my ex-wife. She wanted me to have a new catamaran, like a $1 million catamaran for her to go sailing. It was just crazy. And so this little boat sort of let the air out of all of that bravado and all of that ego. Um, and I guess that's where this is coming from, you know. You have the idea, you have this vision in your head that you're going to be a yachty and you're going to be out on this big yacht and you're going to have all these facilities and services. Like for me, a sugar scoop, make it easy to get in and out, whatever. Um, Buying this boat kind of let the air out of all of that and really got me to looking at this from a minimalist standpoint as to, you know, what do you really need just to survive? And that's kind of where I'm at now. So thank you, Mary. I am very happy. It's the money to do this. It takes the right attitude and a little courage. There you go, Barb. It takes a little attitude, a little money, and a lot of courage. I think it took a bit of guts for me to do what I'm doing, actually. I'm proud of myself for having made the jump. I'm really putting myself at risk, counting chickens that may or may not hatch. But this boat was such a good deal, you know. And really, at this point, if I put in the compost head, and because the boat didn't have any toilet when I bought it, and I build a staircase over here, so that's functional, I could probably turn around and sell this boat for $8,000 or $9,000. Not that I'm going to, but I could. Utilitarian perspective versus equals real. That's right. That's right. Looking forward to meeting you when we come to Long Island. Hey, I will definitely be to Long Island. All boats have the same backyard. Well, yes, to some degree. It's wet back there, but part of the tiny home movement. Exactly, Mike. It really is. You know, it's the tiny home movement. It's the low carbon footprint. I lived 140 miles from where the boat is at. So as I was moving all my stuff onto the boat, I had to make numerous trips up here to work on the boat, move stuff onto the boat, arrange stuff, what have you. I was spending 6 hours a day on the highway. So I had very little time left to actually do anything on the boat. So I was doing it in little dribs and drabs. I spent more money on fuel. I bought more diesel fuel in the process of buying this boat than I will burn on this boat in the next year, maybe 2, maybe 3. So I'm really pleased with myself for substantially lowering my carbon footprint, as it were. Now, I know a lot of you folks get turned off when you hear that kind of terminology. And when you see a guy, you know, drinking out of a plastic jug on his boat when he's such an advocate for abstaining from plastics and stuff. Somebody mentioned in a comment on one of my videos, he says, you know, for a fellow who's trying to take the moral high ground, make no mistakes, folks. I'm not trying to take any moral high ground on an ecological basis. I am not trying to say that, there's only one way to do things when it comes to ecological thoughts. I'm a realist, and I'm trying to find some real answers on how to really deal with stuff. So, but that's a whole nother subject we'll get into in another video. So, what is the max appeal of boat when motoring? The max speed of my boat is about 5.5 to 6 knots. I can do 5.5, refill it at Walmart, etc. Refill it at Walmart. Oh, the water jug? Okay, I can do that. I can get water here at the marina now that they've got the shower working. I can take the water jug in the shower and fill it up with potable water. For that matter, I can just drink out of Lake Erie. I'm not that proud. We drive huge distances too, but Americans have a national habit of driving gas guzzlers. Yeah, Mike, I was getting 15 miles to the gallon. So please update us on what is going on with your farm in Alaska and post a link to the video of it for sale every 5th. Okay, Jim, once again, the farm in Alaska has sold. It's no longer an entity anymore. I did not get any proceeds out of the sale at all. My ex-wife's lawyer filed an injunction. What little money we ended up getting from the property all went to her. It's a done deal. It's over with. Let's not even worry about it anymore. I'm done with the farm in Alaska. I don't even want to think about it. So Hey, Trav, how you doing, man? I would rather help out someone like you than Sailing Channel that needs to show boobs. Keep up the wonderful work. Well, thanks, Ian. I appreciate it, buddy. Sorry about that. No problem, Jim. I understand. You've obviously not been keeping up with stuff, and that's fine. I understand that. But yep, that's all a chapter in the past, man. That's all a chapter in the past. So, oh man. Okay, well, guys, it's getting kind of late. We've been on here about an hour and a half, I guess, something like that. I think I'm going to go ahead and pull the plug. I want to get fishing. I don't know what time it is, but the fishing was supposed to be getting good around 8:30. So I'd like to get a line out in the water and do a little fishing this evening. Boobs and beaches do help, though. hey, I got a really nice pair myself, so. And my phone's giving me the low battery mark, so I'm going to apparently have to get off. I'm going to have to hook up to the generator again and charge this. So, guys, let's go ahead and call it a night. We'll see everybody later. You guys take good care of one another, and please, please, please do take good care of one another. I'll see you next time I'm live. Be good and be careful. Please do like and subscribe. Check out my Patreon page if you want to join Patreon, and there's a link down below if you want to contribute to my PayPal account. Other than that, you guys all take care of yourself. We'll see you later. Bye.